Hey everybody, hope you're all having a good Tuesday. So, good news, guys. I have a new charger for my laptop. Yeah, I have a new charger for my laptop. High Vortex. So I have a new charger for my laptop and it works. So yes, so I can stream for you guys. I made sure to get the stream done. I know I did a late last night stream. It was on my phone. Obviously, you saw that if you watch that stream, you see the thumbnail. It's not really creative at all. Nothing special. But I did that stream on my phone late last night. But yeah, so Last of Us episode 6 spoiler review. We're almost done with the series. We got 3 more episodes left. Okay. And the episode is titled Tommy. Okay. It is titled Tommy. And Blind Braille, I sent you a link. If you're in the chat, I sent you a link. Let me get my headset right here. My lovable headset. And we're gonna talk about this episode, right? This long one. This really heartfelt episode. This story. This episode was very story driven. Okay. It was more of a kind of a story driven progress kind of episode for both Joe and Ellie, and also a little bit of Tommy. If you've been paying attention to the show or the game, whatever, Joel has been looking for his brother while taking Ellie on a job, on a mission, right? To Colorado. To Colorado. It's pretty funny though. You got to see some monkeys in the show episode. Come on, buddy. Blind Braille, I sent you a link. Sent you a link. Okay. My friend Blind Braille is here. How you doing, buddy? Oh. He just left. He'll be back on. Don't worry. Don't worry. He'll be back on. Vortex. Just like your dad. Oh my god. Okay. So this episode we fast forward kind of time jump 3 months. Time jump 3 months. From there we go. Hey, what's up? Oh yes, I remember you were planning to do. Yes.
Zodak. I am Zodak.
Yes.
I'm here to what? I don't know. Chill for the Snyderverse.
So Zach, how did you become Modoc?
Well, you see, I was beaten up by my own fans, put into this machine so I can take over Warner Brothers. I am now the head of Warner Brothers. We're renaming it Warner Brothers Zodak.
Zodoc.
We're getting rid of
need I need.
James Gunn's horrible plan.
Oh my God,
It's off the table. No more.
You just want to trigger Snyder. This is hilarious.
I want to trigger the Gunverse fans, not my own fans. They created me. Look at what I am now. I am a god.
You should put your change your name underneath from blinded to Zoldoc.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh,
I need to come out and leave. I'll do that then.
oh, that's a porn star. Oh, he'll come back. Don't worry, he's gonna change his name. That's a porn star, man. What are you Zoldoc? He'll be back. I'm definitely gonna, when the stream is done, I'm gonna edit that into a short. Oh, yes. I'm gonna edit this into a short, man, when I can.
Zodoc is back.
See, Zoldoc. Oh my god!
Why are you laughing? There is no reason to laugh.
Zach, you could be a member of Justice League if you stop being a dick.
I may consider.
Just to let you all know, we kind of stole that from Ant-Man 3 when Cassie told MODOK, told, yeah, that line. Oh, George, welcome.
Definitely
hey, George.
not the Avengers. I am not a MCU shill.
No, you ruin the MCU. You make everything slow in the MCU.
I would make it much better.
Ah, George, come in if you can, buddy.
I would make a amazing movie where Iron Man cheats on what's her name in the movie? His girlfriend with
Pepper?
Peggy Carter. It's going to be amazing. Trust me.
Where he becomes a gilf?
No, he cheats on Pepper Potts with Peggy Carter, and he pisses off Captain America. It's similar to my Justice League movie. But, the MCU shills will never know what greatness looks like. I am Zodoc.
This is okay, George. Welcome, So I didn't know you're a fan of The Last of Us, Zoldoc.
I am not. That second game, awful.
Hey, they do a better
But I
job.
didn't play it though. Someone told me it was awful.
Hey, they're doing a better job with zombies in Army of the Dead. I'm sorry.
What? Do not say such blasphemy. That's the type of nonsense that turns you into what I look like.
Yeah, hey, Zoldoc, stop being a dick.
I am a dick. I have one. What do you mean?
You have a what?
Of course I do.
Look,
it's in the image.
I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, did you see episode 6?
Forcefully. I was forced into watching it.
Oh, really? So, what do you think of Tommy?
You can tell me if the joke is going on way too long.
Yeah, well, we gotta get to the episode.
Okay, then. Yes, I enjoyed the episode.
Zoldoc.
Zodoc.
So what are your overall thoughts about this episode?
Uh, yeah, it was. I enjoyed the episode. Probably my second favorite. I mean, all these episodes are good. It's so hard to like put like would like determine which one was the best because I like the last episode, of course. Um, I mean, I feel like the fourth episode was maybe the weakest, but it was still pretty good. So, I mean, and I do like the second episode. The second episode was pretty good. Yeah, Zodok is not a dick. Zodok, Zodok.
So- yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I did like this episode. It was a very good episode. Like, this is very more story driven episode than
Hmm.
than well, almost every single episode is really kind of story driven with a little bit of action. But this is actually more. This has had more than any other episode, I would say. It's just because it's the
Hmm.
middle. It's the middle, right? And we're getting close to the end, so this makes sense. The where this is more, it makes sense in that way. So yeah, but we are obviously the jump. There's a time jump, a 3 month time jump to when it's winter time. They're going to Colorado, and they on their way they get surrounded by looks like a community, and it turns out that community is the community that Tommy is from, lives in,
Hmm.
right? It's part of, and so they take Joel and Ellie to that community, and they explain how the community is run, and they joke about communism, and all of a sudden, a certain group of people start attacking the show once again for promoting communism, which they weren't. But that's a
Hmm.
different story, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, that's how they had to live. I mean, I think it would be way too hard to have the a capitalist system in the apocalypse, but
Walking Dead had the exact same thing.
yeah, I mean, communal living, it makes sense. I mean, like
Yes.
that's the whole point of trying to survive, right? You couldn't do it alone, so they obviously have to build towns and work together, or else everything will fall apart again.
Yep. Yep. Walking Dead's been doing it for years, man. That's how Walking Dead's been doing it. This has been doing
Mm-hmm.
it's there's no it can't there's capitalism died when the apocalypse happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you gotta go back
Well,
on
it's too hard to do trading and have
currency.
currency, and it's just way too hard. Yeah, and private property, it's like none of it really makes sense in the apocalypse anyway.
Yeah, like everything changes once apocalypse happens. Like, everything changes, man. It's like
Mm-hmm.
surviving changes. Yeah, but that's not the. But we get this is where Joel is complicated is contemplating of maybe it's better for Ellie to go with the people of the town, to stay with the people of the town instead of him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Tommy doesn't want that because Tommy it's been revealed that the head even though the community everybody works together, there that is the woman from what's what was her name? It's not Marlene. It was similar to Marlene, but it was Maria.
Maria, or yeah, I forget.
Yeah,
Tommy's wife.
yeah. Tommy's wife, and Tommy's wife. It was revealed that he's pregnant, and Joel couldn't accept that Tommy was having a child at first,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's reasons for that. Obviously, he lost his child, but he felt it was been revealed that when the town was watching a movie, right? It was revealed that Joel he actually opened up. He opened up and started, because he's very reserved, right? The whole hey Derby during the whole show, He felt very reserved, and kept emotions, kept his feelings to himself. But in this episode, he opened up to Tommy that he cares for Ellie, but he fears that he'll let her down. That something will happen to her, right? Like
Hmm.
it's because Tommy knows. Tommy probably knows why, because obviously Tommy knows that it all goes back to the game in the first episode with Joel's daughter,
Hmm.
right? This is at the point. This is even though it's a time trip. This is the point of the story, point of the show where Joel is starting to, I don't know, be almost like a second father to Ellie, where they're starting to connect,
Hmm.
right? Like that's where the right at that's where and Joel, Joel's starting to see her as a and look their relationship from the first episode to this episode. It's almost becoming like a father daughter relationship. The way they
Yes,
talk to each
unless
other.
you're Grace Randolph,
Yeah.
who
Oh,
thinks it's not a father and daughter relationship.
puh,
Yep, yep,
I'm
that's what
sorry,
she
but
thinks.
what does she know about you said she doesn't know anything about the game.
She doesn't, and apparently she doesn't like the ending.
The
I'm
ending?
sorry, I'm gonna have to always bring up Grace Randolph because it's
Yeah, I
just
know
baffling what the shit
she
she
has
says.
she has shitty takes with this show. I know.
Yeah, she says she doesn't like the ending, which I'm guessing that means they kept the ending from the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Derpy. That's true. That's true. A lot of people feel the same way. I know Brian does.
Yeah, yeah, I've played the game multiple times too, and I like the second game. Obviously, I was poking fun at the people who hate the second game,
I
but
know you did.
and also this episode has a cameo from a character that's in the second game that no one was expecting.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And I mean, I do like Dana as a character, so I'm kind of hoping they flesh her out a lot more. Um, and their interaction in this episode was referenced in the second game, so
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty cool. Um, now I know I said I'm pretty sure Abby's gonna show up in the ending
Yeah.
after this cameo. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. I mean, I like Abby. I know people hate Abby, obviously, but I think by time at the end of The Last was Part Two, you kind of get
You know
to
what?
like her character.
If don't hate Abby, hate the people that rolled it. Okay.
Hmm. Well, I'm kind of hoping they change slightly a little bit of the opening of the second game for the next season. Um, just because I feel like it wouldn't work as a television show just to like immediately open up with Joel's death. I think that's gonna be something that happens like later on, maybe
Oh
a
yeah.
couple episodes in.
Yeah. That'd be. Yeah, they're definitely gonna leave it off. They're definitely gonna introduce her because they kind of have to.
No, you have to. I mean, there's no way you can't do like I don't understand why people have this thing where it's like they have to not adapt the second game. It's like you do realize there's no other story, right? Like the same
Yeah.
thing that you guys complain about for
They,
Game of Thrones, that would be what they're doing, right?
they
Just
have
making up
to.
an
They
entirely new
have to do
story.
because they have to because everything in season one is the whole first game.
Yeah, and also too, it connects to the first game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the thing is like if it is, I mean the thing is people also forget too that the first game's ending was controversial. It's only sort of like been recently people have like come around to it, probably because of the second game. But like there's so many debates on whether Joel did the right thing or whether the player should have had control over that choice, etc. So I mean, yeah,
Can that will never affect the show because you can't do it. If you can't, the games like that where you make your choice to have consequences or whatever, you're never doing it. You can't do it in a movie or a TV show. It's not
well,
possible.
well, Derpy, I think the one way they could change it is possibly doing what the original story was for Last of Us Part Two, where instead of having Abby track down Joel, Abby's actually a part of Jackson. Like, so after the events of this game, she becomes like she basically goes to Jackson and sort of figures out that Joel is there and then plots his murder. So it's not just like random. Like they,
Yeah.
because in the game it is kind of random that they're like all of a sudden they narrow down where Joel is and then conveniently they meet up with him and Tommy in the second game. So I think they can definitely change that. I don't think it worked even in the game, but you still have to have Joel die. That's the thing. There's no rule getting around Joel dying. You just have to do it in a way that's not like a disservice to the character, right? And also too in a way that makes people like Abby, because you are supposed to not like Abby, obviously, but you're not supposed to completely hate Abby because she does feel regret for killing Joel. That's the thing that no one tends to mention, probably because again they didn't play the second game, they just complain about it. But
They're
like,
they're gonna make they're not gonna make her get but I can see what they're gonna do in the show. They're not gonna make her like they're gonna make it a sympathetic villain.
yeah, more. I hope it's more sympathetic than
The game,
uh, not no, she is a sympathetic character in the game. That's
but
what I'm trying to say. Like people don't realize this because they either stopped when you get to
Mhm.
Abby or they just did not care because the game sympathizes with Abby. Like it makes you understand that Abby was kind of in the wrong for doing that, even though she is kind of in the right. But it was the way that her approach, right, and her not understanding why he made that decision in the first place, because it's a decision that she ends up having to make too. So with Lev, right? She ends up saving Lev. So that's the thing I don't understand why people like to dump on her character when I mean I understand they never got to that point. So you have to make people understand that she's coming from the same perspective. She just doesn't realize who Joel is, right? So you can't really blame her
you want
because everybody would do the same thing. I mean that's Joel literally did the same thing, right?
yeah,
So I don't understand why people feel like oh, it's one or the other. They're both in the same situation.
yeah,
Well, they explain this though. This is explained. It's not explained effectively, but if you read some of the writings in the game in the beginning, there's like notes. You'll realize that Joel has dramatically changed since the ending of The Last of Us Part One. So he's not the same person. He's a little bit more like how he was when before Sarah died. So it kind of makes sense that he's a little bit more open. And also too, they cut out a character that should have been in the second game, which was that Joel actually has a girlfriend named Esther. And she's kind of referenced in the game, but again, she never makes an appearance because she was cut. Give me a second, my phone is about to die.
oh yeah, okay. And Abby's father wasn't a bad person. Like he wasn't a bad person. Like
Yeah, yeah, Abby's dad wasn't a bad person. I don't understand why people feel like they can only sympathize with Joel, but not sympathize with Abby, even though again they're in the exact same situation.
yeah, look, and think about it. If he could have made the vaccine, he could have saved he could have saved the world, really.
Yeah.
And by killing the doctor, I know Ellie has to die, right? But Joel kind of did. It's actually made it worse because
Well, this is also something else that is like debated and why people also like to say that they don't like Abby is because well apparently it's kind of ambiguous on whether killing Ellie would make the vaccine work, but in my opinion to me it would make it doesn't really make much sense like if that was the case. It should be like the the vaccine is definitive, right? Because then it takes away from Joel's decision, because then it makes it be like, well, he is more in the right, when it's supposed to be more ambiguous. Like, you can understand why the decision he made, and I'm sure a lot of people would make that same decision too, but that's not. Anytime it's more clear cut that the vaccine is not effective, or can't be developed, the more it makes Joel look like he was in the right, which I don't agree with. I think, yeah, it doesn't make
But it
sense.
looks
That
like,
ruins the
but it looks
story.
like, but it looks like this time they might have actually had it.
Well, we'll
The
see.
doc,
We'll see what they do in the show, because I mean, they could explain it. We haven't. I mean, they haven't hinted to us that the vaccine may not work, right?
Mhm.
Or it may, or if it's definitive. Wouldn't be surprised if they just go with it's definitive. Like, if they once they you know open up her brain and start developing it, they will have a cure.
Good people do bad things and vice versa. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
factual. Yeah.
yeah. That's what people don't
It,
understand. Yeah,
this is one of those. Yeah, this is one of those games where it makes you think like philosophical, man. It's like that's what
yeah,
I like it.
yeah. It's a moral conundrum, or whatever
See,
you
The
want to
Walking
call it.
Dead doesn't even have a story like that. Oh, there's a vaccine for this stuff. They don't even have that in The Walking
Hmm.
Dead. They just
No,
kind
it
of leave
doesn't.
it.
It doesn't make sense in The Walking Dead.
No,
Yeah. I mean, the show did something like that in the first season, but it's never really brought up
I Am
again.
Legend has it though, right? I Am Legend has it.
Yeah. And
Now,
that's another thing too. I hope they don't do that with the third game. I don't want anything with the vaccine plot in the third game. It just doesn't make sense.
hmm yeah, this episode's great. Tommy, oh, this I love the back and forth conversation.
Hmm.
I love the
Same.
I love the conversation between. I think it's Maria. I think that's her name. And
Hmm.
Ellie, when when she's basically giving you the jacket, giving you a haircut, and they're kind of just talking. She's kind of
Mm.
foreshadowing to be careful to trust. And Ellie only trusts Joel because she is
Hmm.
pissed off because she heard the whole conversation between Tommy and Joel when Joel was opening up to his brother. She heard this whole conversation and she was pissed off when Joel said he was going to leave her with Tommy in the community. That should be safer
Hmm.
there than with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think, um I mean, like, it does make sense, obviously. I'm just sort of like curious to see how they end up handling what she thinks about his decision,
Mm-hmm.
because I also feel like it could be explored a little bit more than what we got in the second game, because once Joel dies, it's kind of like she she's more upset at the fact that he's dead than the decision that he made, right? Like, I mean, that's also something people have to realize, is that they have to be sort of like, they have that conflict, right, where she now realizes the decision he makes at the ending, right? And so she stops talking to him, and so she feels guilty about his death. Um, so I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the story. It's that ending. Like, everything leading up to the ending is really not that important. I mean, it is like a reflection of what happens, right? Like, to show you just how, like, terrible the world is, and sort of also strengthening Joel's decision at the ending, right? Like, what he sees happens to Henry and Sam, and Bill and Frank and all these other
Mm-hmm.
characters, that it makes him more like, he justifies his decision at the ending through those characters. What happened to them, right? So yeah, I mean, this is all important stuff. I don't know how you can watch the show
as someone who's played the game, I'm not sure how you can watch the entire show and then be at the ending. Oh, I don't like the ending. I
I
think
wouldn't
that's
be
ridiculous.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if season two. Well, maybe we got Joel back in it. Like I said, it's
Mhm.
comes backwards, but there's gonna be a lot of focus on Abby's story. We're gonna see a lot of stuff of Abby involved. Yeah, lots of stuff.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, just to show you
Yeah.
that, yeah, she's not a terrible person, right? She
Yes,
just,
there is actually. There is now. Actually, yes, there is actually a vaccine for fungal infections now. Yes.
hmm. So maybe I have, so,
I didn't know until a week ago. Actually, a week ago I didn't know. There
I
is.
mean, I
There is.
wouldn't be surprised, again, like I said, that if that is true, um, I'm sure the writers, I mean, like I said, like the writers have to at least know that vaccine is definitive.
Yeah.
The vaccine has to be definitive for the story to work. I don't understand why there's been such like debate on, oh, it wasn't definitive or not. There's no evidence to suggest that in the game. Like people just make up crap saying that, oh, it's in the game, it's not in the game, right?
Hey
So
George. Hey George.
Hey
What's up?
yeah,
guys.
what's up, George?
Me and George watched it with him. To watch along on Sunday.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
take him all the grass. You take all the vaccines. I'm gonna call you vaccine to Grassy. Wow. We're,
Yeah,
wait,
it was
isn't
a
it?
fun watch party.
Yeah, but it's too much talking. We gotta stop
Yeah.
talking.
I mean, but like honestly, after the watch party we had with Batman '89 the night before, it's like
Yeah. So yeah. And what did you think of the episode? I know we watched it together.
I
Oh,
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like I like that. Like it feels like Joel and Ellie. Like you definitely like sense. So you definitely see like the dynamic in this episode. You know the brotherly reunion.
Hmm.
That was also very nice. You know the jokes on communism, like that. This is communism that works.
Yeah, I don't know why people are complaining about that.
Yeah,
but they
because
also,
it's woke. Because communism's woke,
but they
apparently.
also said it's communism. But they also said they don't have. It's not a dictatorship. There's no. It's not
Yeah,
like in
it's
the cities where they're under control by a dictator or whatever. They
Hmm.
just say they don't have like a president or a leader. They have like kind of democratic, right? They buy kind of like that.
also
Even
Hmm.
democratic communism, if that's such a
seeing the
thing.
monkeys reminded me of Planet of
Monkeys,
the Apes. I was like,
Hmm.
oh
monkeys,
god,
great.
this is Planet of the Apes. All of a sudden, it's like I want to see a Planet of the Apes, The Last of Us crossover. Caesar and the
How
Apes
does
versus the Clickers.
how does
Oh
monkeys
man.
not turn?
Well, because I think they couldn't get them infected. I think that's what is in the game. I can't remember.
Well, they're lab, aren't they? They're probably part of that lab in Colorado that broke out, whatever.
Yeah, because they were testing the fungal virus on the monkey.
Oh,
Because if you don't know this, in The Last of Us, as of right now, animals do not get infected for whatever reason. It's only humans.
so they're immune.
Well, I don't know if they're immune, but like they've never really shown that. And like I said, the monkeys in the game, like there's notes on it, and so you can kind of read what happens.
And
But again, I
monkeys,
don't remember.
and they say
Yeah.
apes and monkeys are closest related to like humans in terms that's where they test certain
Mhm.
things on them. That them and mice.
Yes.
What? Why should I check Isaac's server? Oh man, what now?
Well, what did Isaac do this time?
Isaac hasn't been
No
active.
man.
Yeah, I noticed. He's accepted the truth that he's going through the 5 stages of grief, realizing New York
Hmm.
is real.
Oh
Stop!
man.
Oh my God! Stop. More the vortex. My God.
Oh wait, is it in his Discord?
Yeah, Isaac's Discord.
Okay, I'll check. I'm gonna check the Discord myself. Don't show. I'm gonna check it myself.
Yeah, I know you like that. I know you like that. This. Ah.
Is it like in Isaac's Discord? Wait.
Yeah, it's Isaac's Discord.
Oh, is it? Oh wait. What?
uh, Hi George. Oh, he just posted hi George.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I see you, George. Yeah. So It's good to see. You know, Tommy. I'll say this: Tommy looks like Arthur Johnson from the Bullet Train movie. Same hairstyle, same mustache.
Hmm. But yeah, kind of.
He's like, that's still
Also,
low.
also, I hope and when they get to the second game, they focus more on Tommy because Tommy has a big part in the second game, but we never actually get to see it, which is weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's the one that goes hunting and he ends up killing most of them. And he's the one that has like the most badass. I mean, if you like the sequence in this season, the sequence with Tommy and the sniper is going to be absolutely insane. That is going to go absolutely nuts because that's almost like a chase while he's sniping people. He's on the run and he's sniping people. Whoops. So
How do you snipe people on the one?
I don't even know. I don't. That's like That's why it's so cool because he's literally running and he's sniping people. And it's like,
that's hard
damn.
to do.
Yeah, I mean, they hint to that in this episode. This episode, he talks about how he could shoot
I mean,
a mile and a half. That's in the second game.
I mean, this show does have zombies, clickers, all that. So why not?
Yeah,
And
but I mean, Tommy's a literal badass in the second game.
Well, he's military, right? He was he was in the military before all the shit happened.
Yeah, but I mean, he can do I mean, he says like in the show, like he could shoot a half mile, which is you in the second game. There's a whole tutorial of teaching you a sniper mechanic, which I feel like more games should do because it's actually useful.
I'll be right back, man. I gotta go to the
right. So yeah. So what else did you think about the episode, George? I'll just take over if you're still.
I feel like it was a great way to kind of. It was like, I feel like it's a calm before the storm episode in a sense.
Yes,
because like for most of it, definitely. Like they're in this town. Yeah, Joel's reunited with his brother. It feels like Joel and Ellie kind of have some understanding of each other, in a sense. Ellie learns that he has a daughter or had a daughter, and now like you feel like at the end of the episode, stuff is gonna like start going down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the next episode is a flashback, but it is the calm before the storm because obviously, if you played the game, then you know about David and his crew because they're quite disgusting. So I'm curious to see how they do them in the show. But yeah, the next episode, I'm also curious to see how they're going to handle the flashback. Because it is very similar to the game where obviously Joel is injured and so he's unconscious the whole entire time, which leads Ellie to basically try to like nurse him back to health. And so she has to do the hunting. She also has to like find them a place that they can like stay out in the winter. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. The next 2 episodes, I feel like, leading up to the finale.
Is it 2 left or is it 3?
We got 3 left, but the next episode's a flashback, and then the following episode is probably going to be about David.
Oh, you want to see some Vortex? You want to see some funny videos? Later on, for fun, after we talk about this, I'm going to show you some funny videos.
Okay.
I hope I don't get copyright for them though, but they're pretty funny. If you really want to troll Snyder fans, guys, I got some videos for you. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, I really do like. I'm looking forward to the next episode because next episode is center focus. Looks on Ellie and before, right? Like where she was being basically raised, brought up in school, the mall, like she said in the second episode. Remember, she mentioned test in this that she was in the mall where she got bit, right? She said she got bit in the mall. I'm really looking for right? That's the thing with these shows, and you notice with all these shows. As you get later to the end, Marvel does it with the 5th episode, right? If a 6 episode series, usually the 5th episode, we kind of get like the origin, really. If you notice that,
yeah.
right?
Kind of. I mean, I think it just naturally happened because, like I said, this is how it goes in the
Yeah.
game, right?
Yeah.
Like that flashback, it's not random. Like it's at a certain point in the game, and
I
it
mean, a lot of
triggers
games do
something.
that.
Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, this was well. To be fair, also this part is DLC for the game,
Okay.
right? Right, because
Important.
they skip over that whole her nursing back Joel.
Yeah,
Like
true.
you end up just fighting against David.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
instead
was,
of
I
the
was,
DLC.
this episode was one of the best Marvel episodes of Disney Plus shows, but overall, like that a show was not like I personally didn't
No,
think it was a great.
Moon
it
Knight.
was random. Yeah, Moon Knight. Yeah.
Maybe it could have been a movie, to be honest.
She-Hulk
I
didn't
don't
have
even know.
She-Hulk didn't have an episode like that.
Well, yeah, because they moved it. Remember, that's the
She-
first episode.
Yeah. Yes.
Hold on. She
Yeah.
what? I forgot because I'm watching a masterpiece, not a mid show.
Mm,
The
mm.
CGI was awful, to be honest.
So yeah, the
'Cause
first
I-
episode was pretty much supposed to be a middle episode, right? She-Hulk.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, man,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna say this. I can't stand Soups, and our you know, I showed that joke about Soups last night on my stream.
Oh yeah.
Like, but Soups actually for once made a good point about how like HBO Max gives us these remarkable, memorable shows, and yet Disney Plus can't really do that for some reason, outside of maybe
why?
like a few
Yeah.
shows.
I'll tell you, there's a reason why.
It's the writers.
It's not just the writers. It's their MO. It's how they do things. Disney Plus cares about. Let's be honest, guys. I know there's a lot of there's adults that watch Disney Plus and stuff like that, but it's mostly for kids. Their target audience for kids. And guess what? Kids don't care about the kids seeing this stuff. They see it's different from what we see. It's
I mean, I could agree with that, but after Andor, I can't really agree with that. That show is not really for kids.
Most of their
Yeah.
movies suck on Disney Plus. The ones that are directed for Disney Plus,
Yeah.
they suck. They suck.
There's a reason why they're for Disney Plus only.
Yeah.
And people
And
like
look,
to share-
I'm just gonna say this. I know like they canceled Batgirl because Peter Safran said the movie's unreleasable. I have a feeling Batgirl would be better than any movie that was for Disney Plus only.
yes,
Even if it was not a good movie.
I'll say
Mm.
this. People recommend shit on Warner Brothers all the time for their DC stuff. I'm like, guys, you know Warner Brothers has other stuff that's actually doing very well.
Yeah.
Like their HBO. I think it's Disney knows they don't need to be quality like HBO because they know their audience. But you know
Here's
what?
the thing.
Iger's changing that. Iger's changing that. Looks like.
Well, I mean,
Disney,
Iger was the one who
Yeah.
was there for Disney Plus, though. Like
Chapek.
Zaslav. I mean, sorry, Chapek barely
Zaslav.
did anything.
Well, I could tell you one
Dude, I get the two of them mixed up, man. Like
well,
they
here's the
look
thing. The
identical.
execution happened.
I
under
can't
Chapek.
really tell the difference, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you went back, I mean, besides the Mandalorian, like Bob Iger left right at the start of Disney Plus, and he was the one that was like trying to usher it in. So that means everything that we got up until this point was because of Bob Iger, not because of Bob Chapek. So it doesn't make sense to criticize Bob Chapek.
Well,
Like-
here's the thing. Bob Iger greenlit the stuff. The only show that
Yes.
really like came out while Iger was still CEO was The Mandalorian.
Yes,
I
So,
do
like-
think,
and that's their only big success, if we're being honest.
I do
besides
think
Marvel, I
Bob
mean.
Chapek, didn't do a very good job either. Like,
So
I
like,
don't think he did a good job either, but I don't think we got to see what.
my
he
thing
did.
is like
doesn't
Like,
he
did
hate
something
animation also?
Yeah, we did see that though. What he did to animation.
Guy's an idiot. How can you hate animation when it's a Disney property?
Like, I hate when people use this, say that animation is only for kids. No, it's not. It's for everyone.
no like if you look at Pixar, like they make it for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bob Chapek was like he saw it more as for kids, and that's why he kind of rushed them to Disney Plus.
To me, that's actually his biggest failure. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's his
It
biggest
wasn't the
failure.
Oh, I can
Marvel
tell you one
stuff. It
thing,
wasn't
guys.
the Star Wars stuff because look, because there were some hits and misses with both Star Wars and Disney under Chapek.
Mhm.
I
And
can
it was the
tell you
same
one thing,
thing
guys.
when Iger was there.
I can tell you one thing, guys.
Mhm.
Be very concerned for this year because I know we talk about the Marvel delays and all of that, but this is going to be an overall Hollywood thing because if it looks like it's heading this way, and it looks like it is, there's going to be a writer's strike, and not just a writer's
Mhm.
strike, a director's potentially strike, and an actor strike. So there, wherever respected
wow.
unions, all three of them apparently have their deals expire, and there's no negotiation. Apparently, they're not. Nobody's budging on
Negotiating.
giving. They negotiate, basically willing to compromise. Really, they're talking, but nobody's willing to sacrifice. Right, 3 strikes for
Mhm.
Hollywood 1 year. So this might be worse than 2008, 2009. And what this
And-
could do is going to impact everything. MCU stuff.
Disney-
They possibly
DC, Star Wars, Star Trek.
everything.
If they
everything.
want to do more Harry Potter, that's going to impact like everything.
Yeah.
So,
And,
I'll
and
say
here's
that-
the thing: this is what people don't realize. Like
nobody
it did
talks
hurt.
about it in our group.
It hurts. It hurts a lot. It does hurt movies. Like Quantum of Solace is like the perfect example of
It
the
killed
Hollywood
movies.
strike
Or
messing with
the
that.
second Transformers.
It
movie.
Yeah,
killed
second
movies.
Transformers, like the
It killed
like.
TV shows.
Mhm.
It killed movie and TV shows. And this
I
is
think
real-
X-Men Origins Wolverine was also a victim of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what happened? That's what that strike did. When the stuff it was not as good, right? You could see how it affected some of the movies and some of the TV shows. after
Yeah,
that.
like the movies that came out in like late 2008 and like for most of 2009, like there's a reason why there's not that many memorable movies from 2009.
Yeah. That's true.
And
Like-
all these three groups that are striking, they're basically gonna form a coalition because they're not gonna go solo. They're gonna stick to each other, right? They're gonna be like teaming up with each other.
What three? groups?
Yeah.
Well, here
The Actors Guild, the Directors Guild, and
And the
the
Writers
Writers
Guild.
Guild.
Well,
and,
we could have a
and
fourth
don't be
strike.
surprised. Don't be
That's not
surprised in the
good.
future. Don't be surprised if VFX. We're
Well,
gonna
they
get
have to be union. Yeah, they might start trying to ask for a union, which I feel like they should because
I'm
I mean,
surprised
look
they
at
never
what
have.
they're doing.
Like Marvel's like, of course they should. Like what Marvel's doing to them.
Yeah, I feel like Marvel, like so many people like to say it's not Marvel's fault, but here's the thing: Marvel is doing something that, to me, I feel like is really kind of disrespectful. Like I would definitely not
It's
work
not
for
Marvel. No,
Marvel
it's
if they
Disney's
did this.
fault. It's
Well,
Disney's
no,
fault.
this is a Marvel thing. This is specifically a Marvel thing. Sorry again.
Well, I still blame Disney.
So no, well, hold on. Let me explain. The thing that Marvel likes to do is that they tend to change a lot of concepts, like right before release. So like sometimes they would like, oh, we want this costume to change, or oh, we want this
Yeah.
character to look like this, or this CGI, and so that's a Marvel thing. That's not Disney, right? Because other Disney productions don't necessarily do that. So and that's because Marvel doesn't finish their scripts. They don't know what their movie's going to look like
Can you
before they shoot it.
imagine a Marvel film or a Marvel show being, filming, and you know how they sometimes they don't have a full script while they're filming, right? Sometimes they add in stuff for put the
Mhm.
script right during the film. Can you imagine if they're filming and all of a sudden wire strikes happen? Well, we have to shut down production we have to postpone production.
Well,
That's
I mean,
why-
Marvel doesn't even have really a finished script anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine if a film was filming that? No, Captain America is starting filming very soon. Can you imagine? They don't have a full script or full writing, whatever that.
Well,
and
they
they're-
probably don't have a full script.
Yeah. So the writer strike could screw up that movie. 2024 potentially Marvel films could be ruined. Could be like disastrous movies.
Well,
Well,
they,
well
I
also
mean,
think what's supposed to come out in a couple of years? Avengers King Dynasty, like
Yeah.
it's bad enough, like like
Quantumania, yeah.
yeah, with what happened with Quantumania.
I'm telling you, they're gonna Marvel. I think they're gonna there's stuff. I think these stuff that they have planned is gonna stay, but they're gonna be pushed back again and again.
or just canceled.
Oh,
I still don't
No.
understand how some of these shows are all going to fit.
Echo
Like-
could be. Echo
Well, here's
could
the
be-
thing. I think the
I don't think
shows
Marvel
have a
ever
higher chance of
canceled
getting
anything.
canceled than the movies.
Oh, Marvel has canceled stuff. Yes, they have.
Marvel has canceled things. It
They
just
have?
wasn't known about. Yeah, I mean, well, the most infamous one is Inhumans, but I
God
mean,
damn
there,
it,
there was
man.
other
Can you
No
stuff.
one
imagine
really
that?
cared about that.
They did a reshoot for the ending for that we saw in the movie last
Mhm.
month. Like, to
Yeah.
me, that's not good.
Like,
No, they shouldn't. Yeah, they can't be doing stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
that's the stuff that I'm talking about that no one else does. That would
And
piss off so many
doesn't
people.
Marvel overwork, I think, their VFX department or something like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not good either. And yeah, like for me, I would prefer the ending that they actually had, where both Wasp and Ant-Man are trapped.
Well,
in
what I don't understand is about Marvel, right? Marvel's so successful, but yet for some reason they listen to like their feedback, which I think is kind of weird. Because if they're listening to their feedback and this is the result, um, why are they continuing doing it? Like it doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, clearly maybe we should stick with the vision, and like if it's bad, then it's bad, right? But at least it didn't cause like this whole confusion.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it feels like they kind of have to gamble on certain things, right? Like maybe shoot
right.
these movies way ahead of time, like two years in advance instead of like 1 year in advance,
I saw
and don't
some-
make changes right up at the last minute.
I saw
Yeah,
some
that doesn't really help doing it
I saw
last
funny
minute.
stuff to show you. You want to see how Ben Affleck reacted to the Flash trailer? Want to see it?
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, give me a few. And then this adds over it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Make it larger.
Taylor, I think
Can you hear it?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
here.
in this. Tell me something. You can go anywhere. Another timeline. Another universe. Oh man, don't tell me that's my mask. Darn, I bet it is, isn't it? I think it is. Right. I think DC really hates me. Who's that?
Mhm.
So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one? Easy answer. Because Henry Cavill and myself are here. Because this is the world where my mom lives. Wrong answer, kid. Man. Wait, they lost me for a second. My face. Stole my face. Now there are two Barry Allens. Oh, June 16th. I'll be busy. I think I got to go with J Lo on another music award show that day.
No, man.
Yes, there I am. Well, enjoy seeing me as the Batman because this is probably my last appearance. All I can say is thank you, James Gunn. We've been waiting for you.
There might not be a future.
That's what James Gunn said to me.
That's pretty fun.
Hey, I'm wearing the gray and blue suit. Isn't that comic accurate? I tried doing everything I could to show I'm a good Batman. I wanted to continue this journey, but I guess I can't.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die. Okay, I guess this looks cool. Great, now you did it. Now I am upset. Okay, so that is The Flash, where Ezra Miller's character continues and mine comes to his end. All right, now
Wow.
it's time to subscribe and click notification.
This is all
And yes,
AI.
I may.
Oh, wait a
everything I said
minute.
was
Is
not
Ben
real.
Affleck
I'm
friends
a
with John
computer voice.
Campia?
Sorry.
Oh, this is
Reminds
all
me-
AI.
It's
Yeah.
AI. You
Like
didn't really
John-
say that.
I know, but I'm just like, it reminds me of like John Campia. He's like, how stupid can you be to continue Ezra Miller?
So the YouTube is GLM Films. It's
Yeah.
all AI. So GLM Films on YouTube, all AI.
That's crazy.
Yo, did you see like someone AI'd Max?
Oh man. Oh
Here,
man.
let's see something. You know that
How do you do the AI?
Dunkin'
anyway?
Donut. You know that Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I
Ben Affleck
remember that.
commercial? Want to hear something
Yeah.
funny? Okay. I'll skip this. 15
Just
seconds.
because it's
Come
getting
on.
cold outside doesn't mean you have to catch
Can't
one.
wait that long.
Watch
Get
it.
your daily dose
Oh,
of the
man.
Sunshine Vitamin with Immune Plus.
You know what I would like to hear
Vitamin
an
D and
AI
C
of?
plus B
Like
vitamins and
Jeremy
zinc.
Griggs or Ryan
Get
Kendall
weather ready
saying like
with
woke
emergency.
stuff and like saying they love
Welcome to
Last
Dunkin'
Jedi.
Donuts.
They think Brie Larson is queen.
Yeah.
AI of Doomcock saying that he's all wrong and he likes to bullshit
It's like
people.
Kathleen Kennedy is actually my secret wife.
Yeah,
I'm the
shit
Batman.
like that.
Oh,
Can I have
here, guys. Listen. It's not that long.
nuts? I'm the Batman.
Oh,
Can I have your name?
okay. It's Jason.
Jason Todd?
Who's that?
Jason, you don't remember? You were Robin. Oh my God. You have been gone for a
This
very
guy
long
has no clue what the fuck he's
Happened.
talking about.
You died, Jason.
You serious?
Yes, I saw your dead body. It was the
Um.
Joker. He did this to you, Jason. You were like a son to me. I should have been there to protect you. Your death made me bitter. Every night, I would stare at your costume that had the Joker's sick humor smeared on it. You were just a kid, Jason. I shouldn't have taken you under my wings. For that, I'm sorry. But listen, kid, come around to the window. I want to ask you something. Hey, do you bleed?
Oh, I didn't even order anything.
Well, no soup for you. Hey, how's
Boys,
McDonald's
another
treating
one.
you
What's
over
the
there,
dark
Henry?
one?
Oh my god.
Welcome to Duncan. I am the Batman. I am the Knight.
Hello, Mr. Knight. I'm Martha.
Why did you say that name? Mom, is that really you? Mom! Listen to me. I'm sorry what happened to you and Dad. I wish I could have stopped it, but I was just a kid. I am haunted every night because of what happened that day. I miss you, Mom. Sometimes I yell out, Father, but he's not there. I was never the same after I lost, and that's when the Joker killed Robin.
Ooh.
And that's when I wanted revenge. I took it too far, Mom. I was losing myself. I went to a dark place. I figured if there was even a 1% chance that Superman was evil, that I would have to take him down. I met this hot lady. You know, I think she's an Amazonian. Her name is Diana. I wanted to ask her out, but she was obsessed with this guy named Steve. And then Superman came back to us in Black Adam. But my Superman is not coming back, Mom. It was all a lie. I'll be gone soon as well.
What are you doing?
Babe, get out of my face. Listen, J-Lo, I'm talking to my mom. Can you just leave me alone?
Grab me a glaze.
All right, J-Lo, pull up closer to get your donut. Bye, Jenny from the block. So, Mom, I just want to tell you that even though I'm being erased as the Batman, no one can erase the amount of love I have for you. But now, I got to ask you something. What would you like to order, Martha?
Oh, those things are good.
Yes, there's an AL Max. I don't have it, Vortex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't have it either, but it was funny again. Like Max sounded like he was dropping a diss track.
It actually sounds pretty good.
It's like if Max should just like ditch YouTube and become like the masked rapper. Like,
Oh man.
That's
I'm
pretty
waiting for
funny.
someone to do an AI on Matt Jarbo.
Everybody's
I think someone did already.
Everybody on Twitter is having such a hissy fit over a test screening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe the
it's
test
like, here's
screening
the
is
thing.
bad.
Yeah, maybe
Well, here's
it's
the
bad.
thing.
Who cares?
After the
That's-
Thor: Love and Thunder test screenings, where people love the movie, should I really trust test screening opinions at this point?
test screenings.
No, but I think this one has maybe some legitimate reasons because from what I read, someone was saying that the reason why it's testing poorly is because most of the movie was edited down to remove Heard, and so in replacement they actually added it's like Aquaman and Ocean Master, so like both of them are in the movie, and it's like
Ocean
a buddy
Master's
cop
basically
movie.
Ocean Master's basically taking her role as like 'cause
Yeah.
they probably those need to travel like on
And
adventures.
and so people are saying that it just doesn't work, like it's kind of boring.
Well,
And
Ocean
I think that's
Master,
why people walked out.
the thing in the comics, Ocean Master doesn't really, try to be a good guy. He's always been a villain.
I don't.
It's just weird.
I don't believe when people say. I don't believe this nonsense when people say, "Oh, they walked out" and stuff like that. Like the thing with test screenings is this. This for me, like from the past test screens of all the movie, you can say test screening did so good, but it could be a trash movie at the end of the day. It's let's be like to me like you can't really take a whole 100% guarantee with test screenings because like we got movies that had positive test screenings and that they ended up being bad. Not just DC.
Mhm.
So like it's hard to believe to say this movie's gonna be bad just because of the screening.
Well,
So-
I don't even like the first Aquaman movie, so like to me it sounds believable. I really don't know why people like
There's
the first
video
Aquaman
games.
movie.
There's video games that have been tested on that get released, and there's so many bugs, glitches.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like when you make a video game, you're in the beta phase or like.
Yeah.
But isn't that a
Yeah.
little bit different? I mean, I feel like that it's not like the best comparison. Like, I mean, with the movie, we're talking about the story and the structure
here's
and
the- here's
everything.
the thing,
Well,
guys.
QA is completely
Here's
different.
the thing: we don't. Why do, we don't have to worry. Man, the movie doesn't come out till December. They got 11 months. I mean, if they have to fix it, they'll fix it. Like they have time.
Yeah.
Well, also,
Uh,
here's the thing:
I'm-
they can also like I know people don't want it to get delayed, but it's like 2024 is not really anything for DC, so it's like
They
if you
could delay it. Yeah.
If you delay it into 2024, like I'm not going to be annoyed at it.
But I think if people are walking out, that means the movie is fundamentally not working.
Who's fun? From my source, one of the person who walked out was a Snyder person.
Oh God!
I
I mean, you really
know.
don't hear people talking about walking out of test screening unless it's like really bad,
Who said
extremely,
this
extremely
anyway?
bad. Was it viewer anon?
Viewer non, then BSL kind of confirmed it. Like kind of
They-
Well,
you know,
well, here's the thing.
collaborated with it.
This is what I just find funny. The people who like believe the Aquaman rumors are the same people that also don't believe the test screenings of Flash. Like when they say like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the Flash is
Mhm.
remarkable," it's like,
You know what's the stupidest rumor? You know what's the stupidest rumor? Oh, yeah, Tom Holland just signed a new deal with to be Spider-Man, and like a week ago, yeah, they're in the early process of Spider-Man 4. I'm like, of course, and I'm like, of course, Tom Holland's gonna come back as Spider-Man.
here's the
And
thing.
I-
I feel like he's signed this big deal like every month. It's like last
Yeah,
month
they
he
all
signed the
say
big
that.
deal.
Did they-
He signed
they
it
say-
back in November. It's like, but here's the thing. To me, this is like the new Boy Who Cried Wolf. You know what? To me, this is like the Snyderverse is getting restored. Except this time, it's
Yeah,
like,
I hate-
ooh,
I
Tom
hate the
Holland's
scoopers.
Spider-Man has signed a new deal. Oh, he signed it this time.
Mhm.
He signed it this time. It's like we know he's gonna come back.
Yeah,
I think the rumors are just ridiculous now. Like no matter if it's like test screenings, like
my problem is,
But Degrassi makes a good point, though. It could just be another cut, which
yeah,
is
it
also
probably
true.
is. My problem is with these scoopers. One scooper says, "Oh yeah, Tom Holland is gonna come back. It's coming back." The Kang Dynasty, whatever.
everyone
like-
says the other
And
thing.
one, yeah, another 5 minutes later, another scooper says he heard the same thing. You know why they do that? Because they don't, the second person or third person that would say that, if they're proven wrong, they will not get shit on first. It'll be the first person that gets shit on first. If they're
That's
proven
why
wrong.
it's hard to like, no matter what it is, like movies or like saying test screenings, like it's hard to believe a scooper now
Yeah,
because they've been. It's hard to believe them because you have one person saying this thing, one person saying this thing. It's like, what is the actual truth?
and they
So,
said
like-
all of a sudden they said Spider-Man to lead the Avengers of King Dynasty. What, you saw the script already?
Well,
See,
the
my
thing
thing
is,
was-
it doesn't say that he's going to be the leader of the Avengers. It just says
That's
he's
what I
going to
mean.
be the lead.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. It's
lead
like
is different.
That's
like,
totally
of course,
different. yeah.
people. This is why people need to start reading. It's like people don't read anymore. It's like when they said lead, not leader. He's gonna be.
I
the
think-
lead that,
You want to know what I think about that, George? I think because I also do this too. Like I'm victim of this, where you would read something and it's really not worded correctly. I mean, if you put lead for the Avengers movie and we know that the
purpose.
Avengers is a team,
It's a
I think that's kind of you should say it maybe instead. He's the protagonist of the movie, or he is the
Yeah.
star of the
the
movie.
Avengers. The
If
Avengers
you
never
say
had
he's gonna be the lead. You could come up with the assumption
the
that
Avengers.
he could be the leader of the
The
Avengers.
Avengers had never had de facto leader. They had. I
Well,
would say-
Spider-Man has never led an Avengers team. I
No.
don't know why. Like people are like, "Oh, this is a great idea," and I'm like,
He's too young
The
to
reason
really?
why here's the reason
Exactly.
why
He's
why
still
they, why they're doing this.
"It's not
Like,
that he's
they-
too young.
they-
The character has never like that. That's I said this in George's chat. I was like, that's like the Flash leading the Justice League.
No.
It doesn't make any sense. The
Bat-
character
Batman
doesn't have
wouldn't
those
be the Justice
qualities.
League.
Also,
Not
here's the
Ezra
thing. Here's the
Miller's
thing.
Flash.
People will misinterpret things and read what they want to hear. And
Yes,
it's like
that's
it's
true.
kind of the same thing with these like scoopers. People will choose to believe certain things based on their own bias.
And this is my
So that
problem.
like with the Aquaman thing, for example, it's like people will want to will believe this Aquaman rumor test screening rumor, but they won't believe the Flash test screening rumors that it's considered one of the best movies of
Good.
all time
Yes.
because they have a bias against Ezra Miller. So it's like people pick and choose what they want to believe and hear.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm.
I'll say
And it
this.
goes for scoops. It goes for like all kinds of scoops. It goes for all kind of things.
Yeah. I only
People
trust
let
Ice Cube Scooper.
their bias judge what's truth.
I trust the Ice Cube Scooper in Ant-Man 3 over real Scoopers. Okay? The guy from Basketball was Ant-Man in Ant-Man, okay? I trust that guy.
I trust Ice
Like the
Cream
only
Scoopers.
scooper I trust is Adrian Wojnarowski,
Oh yeah, well yeah, because he's real. I mean, like
the
the thing
basketball
is,
scooper.
I don't understand Anthony Mackie's reasoning for why he doesn't think Captain America he doesn't think he
Well,
can be a
well,
leader.
that's the reasoning that I had. I'm surprised he even said that because I've always had a complaint about why is Falcon even Captain America to begin with if he doesn't have the powers. I never liked that. It just seems really bizarre.
But leadership
You
is not about
hear-
having powers, right? Like
Yes,
Look at
but
Batman.
it's Captain America. This is like someone
I
being
know.
like, "I'm Superman," and they don't have Superman's powers, but yet they're supposed to defend the planet. It doesn't make sense. Like,
I'm not even.
and the
sure if
reasoning for it too is, I understand the reasoning for it, but I don't think it's gonna
That's-
work in the long
I
term.
think I don't think Anthony Mackie is really truly passionate about the
Does
MCU.
he have
No, I don't. How can you really say that though? I think his reasoning is actually justified. It makes sense. He says like in the quote he says, "I don't think he could lead the Avengers because how would he go up against Thanos?" Which is a correct assumption. How would he go up
Well,
against
here's the
Thanos?
here's the
thing
thing,
that I
though.
know-
Here's
this
the
is
thing.
what I-
Here's the thing. But Batman would go up against Thanos, and he has no powers. He wouldn't care. Batman would go up against Darkseid.
Okay,
Batman
no,
would rather
that's
die than
total-
let Thanos get away with
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Batman has gone up against Darkseid and died. So yeah, I don't think
Well, he
that's
could
like
have.
a
He
great
could use using
comparison.
Darkseid. But he's
not
on
really
Darkseid.
died, but transported to another.
But,
Yeah, but you know what I mean though. Like
but
we
Batman
all
has
know
gone
that
against-
moment.
Batman's
where he
able
tr-
to take down beings that are not.
I think that's totally different. I mean, everybody knows the most like famous shot of Infinity War is Captain America wrestling with Thanos and how impressive that was. You can't do that with Falcon.
Batman did
Like-
have the Hellbat
This is-
armor.
this is
beat
what
And,
I'm-
the-
and Batman
Oh,
Batman
Darkseid.
Batman doesn't even go up against Darkseid face to face. He dodges his beams, which is also impressive, right? Everybody knows that moment where he dodges the beams, right? And the beams are supposed to be like
I mean,
one.
in the
They're
anime-
supposed to be literally hit you
in the
automatically.
anime
So for him
series,
to
in the anime
dodge
series, he
it.
dropped.
Are
in
you
the
talking
anime
about the
series, he dropped.
animation? or
He
the
dropped
comic?
kick
Yeah, he does it.
Darkseid.
Well, he does it. There's another time where he does it. I mean, you're gonna if you ever do Darkseid, you're gonna have to do that moment with Batman, right? Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
most
the
like
badass.
They're
impressive
not going to
thing.
do that. But in the anime series, he drop kicked Darkseid.
Yeah.
I still feel like again the whole point is you can't have the character who is not physically able to go up against a character. Like he could probably go up against Kang. Like I guess that makes sense. But like,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
Ant-Man
Ant-Man was
man.
able
well,
to
yeah,
handle
because
it.
Kang is
Ant-Man.
human.
Well,
Kang
that's
is
what I mean.
human.
Well,
Kang is
that's what I
human.
mean. It's not Thanos though. Thanos is supposed to be pretty strong. I mean, he
No,
went up
Thanos is
against
a
Hulk.
giant compared to like most of these characters.
Yeah, but I mean, he went up against Hulk. Like, you know how powerful Hulk is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, for Captain America to go up against Thanos is pretty impressive. You couldn't do it. Another character who's not at that power level could not do that, right? So
Here's
that's
the
all
thing
my
that-
point is.
Here's the thing that I'm noticing with MCU characters. Is it me, or do they not want to be leaders? Like Thor did not want to be king of Asgard.
Final
Shuri does not
Crisis.
want to rule Wakanda. You know, it's not like Falcon sounds like he doesn't want to like lead the Avengers.
Well, he doesn't even
like-
want to be Captain America.
It's like, is it me, or do
Why
they
he
just
is
not
Captain
want
America?
to be
Why does he think
leaders?
on that? He should just be Falcon then. If he doesn't want to be Captain
He yeah, but if you, I mean, that's my problem with Falcon and the Winter Soldier is that they go through this whole story that I think is a good story, but like it concludes with him becoming Captain America, knowing that Captain America has a very bad, kind of racist legacy. So it's like, why would you now take this mantle knowing that there's problems with it, right? Like there's abuse attached to it. There's all types of terrible things,
Yeah,
and
Captain
yet he
America.
took it.
Captain
Doesn't make
America.
sense.
The title of Captain America is, that people say Superman doesn't fit in modern times. Captain America, like that's very controversial kind of character in modern times too. Like it's true.
Well, if people in the MCU knew about Isaiah Bradley, I'm pretty sure like
They
there would
knew.
be
They
no
knew.
Captain America. No one knows. It's like a secret thing. Remember, that's the whole point. If everybody knew about Captain America in the MCU and Isaiah Bradley and what they did to him,
And there,
I'm
yes,
pretty sure that it would
And
be
there-
Captain America would be canceled. There would be no Captain America.
yeah, and that's gonna call, and the Fandom Mass is gonna go crazy over that.
No, but it would make sense though. Like
I know,
Like,
but
why-
still,
it's like, I mean, I don't. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna go that extreme, but I'm trying to find an example in our real world where, like, okay, at one point in time, people thought it was a okay thing until they realized, hey, there's obviously issues with it. We can't really promote it the way
the thing,
that we
yeah.
did in the past,
What
right?
Captain America stood for and what Superman stood for kind of worked back in the 40s, 50s kind of era. Doesn't
Yeah.
really kind of work now.
Definitely not Captain America. Superman with some tweaks, I think you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's just his whole the whole American thing.
Well,
I think that's the
I mean,
issue.
comics. Superman and Captain America were in Wonder Woman, not Batman so much. Were specifically designed for World War II,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they fought in World War II, so yeah.
Yeah.
The Batman, all these characters, so yeah.
Final Crisis. In Final Crisis, he doesn't really die. He gets just transported. Like,
Yeah, he gets
was
transported to
fine.
the past, right?
Yeah, to the past. So
And
technically-
he doesn't kill Darkseid either. He really weakens him. It's just everybody else finishes him off.
But
Yeah.
like everybody thought he was dead, right? 'Cause
yeah.
that-
So
that-
technically,
they do the
Wasn't he
battle of the
cloned?
cowl.
Didn't he clone himself? Wasn't they cloned up?
Well, no, he was for Batman. What do you mean?
Superman was pissed when I love that. I love that picture.
Are you talking about like where Dick Grayson takes over as Batman until?
No, I just love that picture. Where,
before, hold on, I'm trying to remember, when does the Battle of the Cowl take place? Remember, everybody was trying to be Batman. They're trying to pick who.
Battle Tag Cowl takes place, I think, after the events of Final Crisis.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Yeah,
Then Dick Grayson takes over, and it
yeah,
leads
that's a
it
great story.
Then eventually Batman comes back.
That's, I want to see that Batman. I want to see Batman's death in the DCU. I want to see how big, because that could be as big if it's Darkseid. That could be as big as Tony Stark's death from MCU. That has that potential.
potentially. I mean,
I don't really like that, to be honest.
I don't think I would like that idea. I
Hold
mean, he
on,
didn't even
because-
die really, right?
I know
in that storyline.
if you know the comics, yeah, you know.
I don't think they
Um,
would ever do a kind of bold move, to be honest, like that.
And to be honest, when they even when Scott Snyder did the whole is Bruce Wayne dead, it was really bad. I mean, Jim Gordon was
No, I
he shouldn't be Batman. Like, I don't mind if Dick Grayson is Batman. I've already said this, but
Jim
like
Gordon is
I think
Batman.
that's not. Yeah, Jim Gordon as
Technically,
Batman
he
was not a
wasn't-
good idea.
I just want
Technically,
to
he
see
wasn't
on
dead.
film.
Yeah,
I just want to
I know he wasn't. I know he technically wasn't dead because he came back and he had amnesia and all that crap. But I mean, like, still, I just don't really like the idea of
the
like.
thing is, Batman never really. Batman and Canada never died in the comics, but Wonder Woman and Superman both did.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't think it's a good idea. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
a good
agree,
idea for temporarily, like say like Final Crisis, he gets transported or something like that. But don't officially kill Batman, because I don't think it'll ever work, to be honest. It's just not
Yeah.
good when kill.
No,
kill
my
him.
idea was have him die for Darkseid. You know, weakens Darkseid. He's the reason Darkseid gets weakened, and you know, Superman's pissed off or whatever,
Mhm.
and they finish off Darkseid. They finally defeat him, and then do the Battle of Cal or something similar to that. And then at the end of the Battle of Cal, be like, you know, he comes back through time. They'd be like,
Mhm.
you know what? I think I'll be taking
Yeah,
back
man.
my mantle.
I just feel like if there's one thing James Gunn shouldn't do is for the Justice League characters, I really don't see the need to
do the battle
potentially
tower.
kill. Well, to like absolutely get rid of them, like get like what the MCU did with Iron Man, because I
No,
think now
wait,
they're starting to
no.
realize that killing off Iron Man
I
while you
think,
also kill off two other main Avengers was a bad idea.
yeah, like to me, like I don't think, like I understand in comics, like you don't technically kill them, but you um transport it and stuff like that. Batman never died in the
You
comics,
see, you can't.
but I don't think it would be
You
ever a
can't.
good idea to
You
kill.
can't do the Doomsday thing
Mhm.
again. You know, that's my like. 'Cause Zack Snyder ruined
Well,
that.
the Doom, yeah,
Mm.
well, the thing is, even in the comics, like Doomsday and him coming back, like that wasn't even a good idea to begin with. Like
And
they only
yeah,
did that because of the TV show. They were trying to promote the TV show,
and
remember?
Zack Snyder ruined that
TV
whole
show.
Yeah, Clark and
fan.
Lois or something. I can't remember
People
which one it
people
was.
You
wanted to
mean
see.
Oh, the
Smallville or
one with
something?
Dean
It was
Cain.
not. Yeah, it was like at the time they were like, "Oh, we're only going to kill off Superman because it would sell more comics and like promote the TV
Uh,
show."
That doesn't work.
Yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember, but it was a dumb reason. It wasn't
Yeah.
because of like story reasons. Yeah.
See if they can't do Doomsday. It's Superman. They can't do Superman Doomsday anymore in the DCU because Zack Snyder just maybe not want to see that anymore. Like it was the wrong timing. I mean, people wanted to see that on screen, right? At one point.
I honestly, if I'm being honest, maybe I'm in the minority, but I would not want to have seen that story at all. It doesn't make
I'm
any
thinking
It was
sense.
so stupid to have that in your
yeah,
second
I'm on your
movie.
I'm on your side now. I'm on your side
Well,
now, Gabriel.
I think it's stupid just to, in period, any point in time in the DCU to do the
Yeah.
death of Superman.
I mean, I don't
It
mind.
doesn't make sense.
I don't mind seeing Doomsday again, but like
I don't
I
mind
feel
too.
like,
Yeah.
but it's like the death of Superman. It's like unless like you do it in a way where it has like an actual impact and like actually
Mhm.
like makes you care enough that this happened, it's a waste of time to do it again because the way they did it, like first of all, they did it in like the second movie of the DCEU, not just Superman's second movie. Second of all, we know like Superman was going to come back for Justice League because Henry Cavill was casted to be in Justice League beforehand. So
Mhm.
it's like, why kill him off when we know he's going to come back like within the next movie?
Well,
I'm
because
sorry, like
Jesus symbolism.
Oh my goodness! Like
in any way
What
of killing
Batman? What
Batman
Bruce
is a
Wayne's
terrible
Jesus?
idea. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Superman
no.
written by like a Jewish writer.
Yes.
Yes.
So like what like the whole like look and I say this as someone that's Catholic, like the Catholic symbolism with Superman is so dumb. I say this as someone
It
that's
is dumb.
Catholic.
It
It's
is.
like first of all, he was written by a
It
Jewish
was represent.
writer.
Is
Not
Moses? He was supposed to be represent Moses.
yeah, it's like the thing is like Snyder. I feel like didn't really understand Superman as well as fans
Mhm.
think that he did.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people misunderstand
But then
Superman.
again, a lot of these
Yeah.
people like don't really understand Superman that well to begin with.
Hmm.
It's like
If
because
they don't even understand Batman, like I wouldn't be surprised if they
He
don't
doesn't
even
even
understand
understand Batman
Superman.
either.
I think. Well, I think people to some extent understand Batman, but I feel like Superman is genuinely
Because Batman's easier to
misinterpreted.
understand. A more grounded character like that, but it's kind of
I mean,
there's no
I've said this before. There's people who legitimately think Superman is like a white supremacist icon because they think
oh
it's
my
referencing
like
God.
the
but because
idea
of
of
the
Superman.
American Way
No, no, no,
comment,
no,
it's
no,
like
no. There's this damn, what's his name? What is that philosopher's name? Nietzsche. There's this
Yeah, I
whole
know
thing where
Nietzsche.
he talks
Yeah.
about the Superman and now it's been attributed to like white supremacy because a lot of people misinterpret it. So a lot of people think that Superman as an idea came from Nietzsche, which is not true.
No, came from
but it's
a
like the thing
There's
Jewish
is
literal
writing.
essays I have read about this. I've been so pissed off at that people construe this as garbage.
the thing
Yeah.
is like Superman I feel like fits more for modern day than Captain America does. And I'm not saying like Captain America should be
Mhm.
controversial, but it's like it would make more sense for people to be more outraged by Captain America than Superman. It's like
Mhm.
the thing is people choose to be outraged by silly stuff. They pick and choose what to feel outraged by.
Mhm.
And it's like I get it. People aren't outraged by like Captain America, at least like Steve Rogers in the MCU, because of like what he stands for. But it's like again, like the idea of like a Captain America when there's like other countries that don't really have like their own hero.
Yeah, I could easily go up to Captain America and be like, "Yeah, you represent America, right? America has all its problems." And I could, and if Captain Canada was in Marvel, Captain Canada go up to Captain America.
Well,
We,
I mean,
we
it's
have,
well, his name is Guardian, or there's
Yeah.
another name for him, Vindictor. Degrassi will say his name. I mean, it's Guardian, but it's such a lame name.
I mean, anybody could easily attack Captain America if they're from another country.
There are other characters that are supposed to be kind of like Captain America, but for different countries. They're just, I mean, I think that was maybe like either a storyline or in a cartoon. I mean, obviously there's Guardian, there's Captain Britain, but I'm sure there's like another character
Yo,
too.
honestly, I
Funny.
think we should cast Aaron or CJH
Oh,
as
man.
like Captain Canada.
Captain Canada's not Marvel though. It's not. He's
Or
not.
Captain
I don't care.
Canada.
We gotta cast one of you Canadians.
I mean, Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight. I'm down for.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
Guardian.
think was if because I know a lot of people say this, like, do you think it was a bad idea for killing Iron Man and like when Steve Rogers retired and stuff like that?
Yes, I agree.
And
Yeah.
if you had
It
to,
wasn't their call. It wasn't their. It was actually Robert Downey in
Well, you know, they asked. I don't know if it was their call, to be honest, because remember they filmed a bunch of different scenes of people dying. So I
think
don't know.
Chris
I don't know
Evans-
why they made the.
I think
if
Chris
you had to
Evans
kill,
though.
if you had to kill someone other than Iron Man, who would you want to take the
Oh.
place?
To be honest, I would have. I mean, going now the direction that the MCU is going, I think they should have just killed Thor. Like they're not doing the King Thor
Thor has
storyline. They're not
nobody
doing.
left. There's nobody.
There's
left.
nobody
At this
left. They're
point,
not. They're
like-
not doing any storylines with Thor. So they should just kill
He's
them
gonna
off.
be basically raising love.
Yeah,
They like.
which is
They
I mean,
start
let's
them
be
with
real here.
everything.
Like, when's the next time? Like, what's the next time we're gonna see Thor in King Dynasty and Secret Wars? What's gonna happen afterwards with the character? Nothing.
nothing. They're not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even the potential that he does have, they're not doing it. So
Even
they
Chris
might as well
Hemsworth-
just kill them
I think
off.
Chris Hemsworth will come back for one or two more films, but he's even get to a point where like he can't do it exactly because of his age. He can't exactly do the same workouts. That he
But
does
also,
for-
yeah, he can't do the same workout and stuff, so it is going to get harder for him. But
Yeah.
but also, they this is the thing that I don't. The MCU is very confusing. They never actually explicitly said that old man Steve died. It's kind of like implied,
Retired
but
or
not
something
really.
And just, can
Well-
it just
well,
let
it's
Hawkeye
confusing.
retire? Doesn't let Hawkeye retire? Right? Hawkeye's probably one or two more films left, and Jeremy Renner could
Yeah.
do whatever.
Well,
No.
because okay, and Far From Home, they say that he's in the memorial, right? So like, you know that video that they make of all the dead heroes, he's in it, even though
Yeah.
he's
That's
not dead.
confusing.
And then in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they said that he's not dead, and he's like somewhere else, right? And then
Who's Thor?
Falcon has that whole joke, no, Captain America, Steve. So I don't know if he's actually dead or if they're just like don't know what to do with
Well,
him.
he
I mean,
should-
there
I
was
think-
old man Steve in the comics, so I don't understand why they just don't
Well,
do that instead.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I
He,
kinda
he's,
agree with
he's,
that.
he's in his, he would be.
Or yeah, he's on the moon as
I
a
think
joke.
he-
Yeah.
I think he should be dead because if he was in
I-
World War
I-
II, if he was in World War II, he should have been around like 2030, 2019.
Well,
He'd be like 70.
Old
he
man
should be
Steve
taken-
was a thing, though. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a thing in the comics, right? He was Old Man Steve, and Bucky was Captain America, and he was still around, and he was still perfectly fine because he had the serum. It makes him age
Oh yeah, that's true.
slow. So
Okay.
that's what I mean. Like, why kill him off completely when he can continue to live? And there's still storylines you could do with Captain America, right? He
Okay.
could be like the head of Shield. You don't need to have him all the time. Like,
Would
I
you
don't
prefer
understand.
Bucky if he was Captain America?
Not really. No, I don't like Bucky or Sam as Captain America.
You prefer just Steve?
I just prefer Steve. Yeah, I mean it makes sense that he's a mantle, but I don't know. Both Bucky's kind of boring in the comics, so
You know what
You know.
Captain America represents? You know what Captain America also represents? It's a little guy. It's a little guy being a huge inspiration. And even little guy.
Yeah.
That's how Steve was. Bucky, and Sam were never that.
Yeah, and I just think, listen, I like what they were trying to say with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I just don't think it works for the MCU. Like that's a heavy story that it almost like confuses things way too much because it's like he really shouldn't be Captain America after all of that. Like it
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense to me. Like he should be a new character at that point.
Or don't make him Captain Hydra.
Yeah,
Oh, you could
we'll
do
probably
that.
never
Captain
see him
Hydra.
return.
No, I mean I don't think Hydra hasn't been seen in a while, but I don't think they're gone.
Remember when everybody thought they would have done that in Doctor Strange? Remember that was like a
Which
because of
Doctor
multiverse,
Strange?
the multiverse.
Oh, the multiverse one.
I mean, they
Yeah.
haven't really done Hydra justice, if you ask me. in the MCU.
No, they haven't. I mean, the thing is, they could slowly build it back up because they have Val. Val is Madam Hydra, so has. I'm a little bit confused on that character, but yeah. So
yeah, well, because I don't know if they're going to use. Well, actually, they could use Viper now.
yeah, they could.
They could.
And then you know what? Why not have Red Skull's daughter? Why not? Like, right? They could,
Yeah, why not?
I mean, Baron Zemo was originally Hydra, but they didn't make him Hydra in the MCU. Crossbones is a waste. And the thing is, they wasted Crossbones in the MCU. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe he could have lasted a little bit longer.
Crossbones is the reason that Crossbones was one of the biggest things in the Civil War. Like not the movie Civil War, but the comics, the comic and graphic novel Civil War. He's the one who assassinated Captain America.
Captain America 4 wasn't originally announced as Serpent Society. That was Captain America 3.
Oh
yeah, that's the third one.
Yeah,
Captain
America.
Like,
when I think New World Order, I think Hydra.
What was
Well, no. Well, the thing is that I thought that too, but there is characters in the comics that are the New
I have
World
some bad
Order.
news for you guys. Wanda Wellesley is going to be in that movie.
Oh man,
she's going to play what's her name? Thundra. Is it Thundra?
Wait, are you being serious? I
yes,
thought that was 100%. A joke.
Yeah, 100% serious.
I thought you were joking. Oh
no,
man,
no, I'm not. It's not. It hasn't been confirmed yet. But according to the wrestling, for me, right, I'm interested. But according to the wrestling sites that I trust that are in the know, have heard that. So
I guess it would kind of make sense with that character, but she's such a terrible actor. I bet if you know, thinking about it now, if she didn't leave The Mandalorian, Gina Carano would probably be a better pick for that character.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
that's sad. That's actually kind of sad. Because Gina Carano's not that great of an actress.
Wanda's terrible actress. She's horrible. She's horrible. I watch her wrestling. She's terrible at acting. I can name you five wrestlers that are better acting than Wanda Rousey. Okay.
That's why I say Gina Carano probably would have, because I mean she's not a great actress, but she's better than Ronda Rousey, and she has the physicality. I mean, she was an MMA fighter, right? So
like get kicked out of Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she didn't do all of that, she probably would have gotten that role.
If you know it takes Wanda had in the past, you would think she got kicked out too, man. But she didn't. She said Sandy Hook was.
Wait, who?
Wanda Rousey said in the past, Sandy Hook.
Oh my god, I didn't know she said that.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
what's up? Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Marvel! What are you thinking with this one?
Twitter.
Well, maybe people are like us. They don't know. I don't remember that at all.
Because I know most of the people in our community don't even talk about MMA. Or we don't talk about sports.
People in our community are too busy doing a West Side Story Twitter battle.
The best. I mean, George St. Pierre.
What the heck?
George St. Pierre plays Belloc in the MCU.
Twitter battle.
Yes.
No, literally.
And I don't think he was bad for that role. I think it fit perfectly.
West Side Twitter battle, side story Twitter battle, it's like it feels like you got two gangs right now: the Snyders and the Guns.
I'm sorry, but if you, I
Oh,
have a question
man.
for you.
Oh.
If you had to take from MMA, or
I thought you were talking about in general.
I would take if
No,
you were-
like that's like literally the West Side, the internet West Side Story. Did you see like Max's thumbnail is the perfect example of it
No,
from
man.
the other
yeah.
night.
I have a question for you. If you want to go any kind of movie, and you had a choice from taking something from MMA, whether it's UFC or a Bellator, or somebody from WWE or an AEW, whatever, who would you go? Where would you go? Who would you cast from? I would go WWE wrestling because they actually do act. Like they
Well, if you
actually
look
do.
at the WWE like
Hmm.
wrestlers that turn into actors, they seem like they've had more success.
And you know
Yeah.
what? Batista described it different. Batista thanked. You know, Batista had he was actually, I think he had stage fright at one point, and WWE helped him get over that.
Hmm.
But WWE is hard, man, when you're wrestling because everything is live, and you can't really screw up. Like when you cut a promo.
Oh.
when you-
Degrassi, there's a interview with the Russo brothers saying that was the original plot for the Captain America 3. And they go in detail of the
This
story.
is factual. It's more like Avengers 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't like that movie.
What was
It's,
Serpent Society about?
War?
it was like a plot. I can't remember the villain who it was going to be, but like it was going to be that. Oh, what is that character's name? I wish I knew what it was.
heard people
It's like they
saying
have like
it-
this bomb that's about to go off, and
Let me see.
you're gonna have to look that up because I really don't remember. It's a Captain America villain. It's
Serpent
something about a
Society?
bomb. Yeah, and it was gonna be called Serpent Society because it
It's
was
not
like
Baron Zemo. Obviously, they changed.
it was not Baron Zemo. It was not Baron Zemo. No,
I think
it was another Marvel character. No, this is a obscure Captain America villain that was gonna be the villain for Captain
Yeah.
America 3.
Bomb.
The actor
Say it
who
again?
played. The actor who
Check
played.
in.
Was it him?
I'm gonna have to look up and see
The
because
actor.
the Russo brothers have talked about this. This is not like something I'm just like saying randomly.
So was it Final Cut who changed it, or they changed it on their own?
Serpent Society.
They wanted to. Okay, so they came up with two ideas. They had Civil War, and then they had this other idea, which was going to be actually Captain America 3. They wanted to do Civil War, but Kevin Feige said no until he saw Batman vs Superman. And so because of this,
probably didn't
they
do the Civil War,
explained
man.
what the original story of Captain America 3 was.
Oh yeah, because they were afraid of BVS. That's why they went for Civil War.
Well,
Looking back
they
at,
never.
they didn't do Civil War because of how
Let
bad
me look up
BVS
this.
did.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I
and
can't
yet,
find
like,
it. But
There's nothing to
I
be worried
remember
about.
because we all remember Marvel was scared with BVS.
Why?
They thought everything was going to change in DC's favor once that movie came out. They were scared.
Well, yeah, they should have been. Mad Bomb. That's what the story was. Mad Bomb.
Yes, I heard of Mad Bomb. So you know the actor who played Crossbow is Frank Grillo. I think it interesting got to be teased something DC related. Degrassi, do you know anything about that? Frank Grillo teasing DC related stuff?
Yeah, there's a rumor that he's going to be in Creature Commando.
he
really?
is probably gonna be Rick Flag.
Yeah.
The Creature Commando's not live action, isn't it a cartoon?
Yeah, but remember what James Gunn said. The characters that appear in animation can end up
Yeah.
being the live action version.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
whoever voices whatever.
Yeah.
Some people thought Deathstroke. I'm like, I don't think it'd be a good Deathstroke,
Yeah,
honestly.
the Secret Serpent is a fake title, but I'm pretty sure that that was the original name for it. They just hid it when they were going to reveal Civil War, because at that point they already knew they were going to do Civil War. Like
Yeah,
Batman versus Superman. Okay, Captain America 3 was probably in development in 2013, 2014. And then after they announced Batman vs Superman in 2013, that's when they're like, okay, now we're going to do Civil War. That's what I think that the timeline is, because that it would make sense. Like,
It would have
Yeah,
been interesting to see Serpent Society.
yeah, I mean, it would have made more sense than Civil War. I think Civil War should have just been an Avengers movie.
It could have been like
It pretty much
Avengers 3.
was. If you ask me, it was.
Well, yeah, it
Avengers movie.
was. But it
That
just
should've
takes
been like
away
the-
from Captain America.
What
I'm
else
sorry.
did after the multiverse saga? What else can
Galactus.
I guess
Galactus, yeah.
Galactus?
I mean, they
okay.
could do
But
Apocalypse.
it's like, here's the thing. To me, the multiverse stuff probably could have been saved at the end because that's an easy way to soft reboot.
they could do Dark Phoenix. They could do Apocalypse. They could do
Oh, I don't want to see.
Mm.
Like,
Phoenix
listen,
5.
listen.
Avengers vs.
Fox
X-Men.
failed with the Phoenix stuff twice. I doubt even Kevin Feige can figure out the Phoenix
Oh,
saga.
Frank Grillo. You know Frank Grillo, right? You know the actor who played Crossbones in MCU, right? You know,
Oh, yeah.
he teased on Instagram about the DCU, like he's teasing something for that.
Oh, he's probably what was
Some people think Deathstroke. I don't think it's Deathstroke.
No, I don't think it's
No.
Deathstroke. I think it's who Rick Fog's father.
Oh, the senior, Rick Flag
Yeah,
Senior.
senior. Like that. It's so like in
Wouldn't that mean they would have to have a bigger age difference though to do that? I really think it's probably
Oh
Creature
my god.
Commando.
Okay. I'm gonna take that back from the Wanda Wellesley rumor because apparently it's actually
It was
it
debunked.
was a
A
giant
joke?
freaking robot article.
Oh man. Well, Degrassi had the quote about the Serpent Society, but
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Good. I don't want to see her act any movies anyway. She sucks. She can't even do it. She can't even act on TV on wrestling, man. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna end it here, guys. DL is having a stream right now. I think he's reviewing. Is he reviewing the Ant-Man today or something else? He's having 2 streams today. 2 streams this week, right, George?
I think he's doing something with the 1986 Transformers movie.
Okay. So yeah, so plug yourself, guys.
Who wants to go first?
I got you can skip me for now because I'm trying to find my stuff right now.
Okay, Arkham.
You can find me at Arkham Unlimited. I'm gonna do stream on Thursday about Suicide Squad Kills of Justice League.
Awesome. Zodok.
Oh, Zodok. Okay, yeah, I canceled my other stream on Sunday because I was organizing notes. So I mean, I'll probably do it this Sunday because I'm still working on the notes.
Still solo this Sunday?
Yeah, it's a solo stream.
Okay.
What kind of stream?
George, you got
Oh, yeah.
yourself.
Oh yeah, so like you can find me at the George. I just put my channel in the chat, and I think like my next two reviews are probably gonna be like the Way Back, the Ben Affleck Batman movie, and Man of Steel. And I want to try to get done like soon because I keep saying I'm gonna do them, but I never do them. As far as my next stream goes, I have no idea what my topic for next stream will be. Maybe it'll be Marvel themed because I've been doing a lot of DC streams lately. And I just recently did an Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumanium spoiler stream last night. So if you saw the movie, go check it out.
I would have joined, but I think he didn't have a charger till now.
Yeah, you had the charger problem from last night.
Good thing
Maybe
I
do a
got
stream
that.
about all the canceled Marvel projects.
I only know a few. There's not.
There's a lot. I mean, if MCU related or just Marvel?
I would say Marvel in general.
Yeah, then there's a crap ton.
Yeah, there's a crap ton. Yeah, so for me, I don't know what I have planned. And I have nothing planned tomorrow. Nothing planned Thursday. Well, I do have something planned Thursday, but it's wrestling related. Saturday, I'm gonna have a stream Saturday. It's probably gonna be general topics related on this channel. Okay, I don't know what's gonna be about. I really don't know. I think I'll come up with something, and I don't know. And always make sure to check out my YouTube channel with random videos. And sometimes I will have random streams pop up. If I feel like doing a stream tomorrow, there might be a stream tomorrow. Okay. And I gotta get back on schedule. Like Mondays and Thursdays are always usually wrestling related for me. But once in a while, I'll do a general topic on Thursdays. Wednesdays and Fridays and Sundays are no streams. But sometimes there could be a stream on those days if I feel like it. Okay, so just be aware of that. It's usually Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays stream. But like I said, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, sometimes I will stream on those days if I feel like it. And sometimes I may stream Monday night if Max is not streaming, as I did yesterday. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thank you for all listening.
Take care.